Hello everyone, I'm Henry, co-founder and CTO of Turing Space. Thank you for taking the time today in this session. And today, I'm in another role. I'm the chair of Asia Pacific Digital Identity Consortium. So in this session, I will share what is APDI and how we will contribute to the world. Asia Pacific Digital Identity Consortium. Our goal is leading the way in the future of digital trust, a critical pillar for ensuring secure, seamless, and trustworthy digital interactions in this AI-generated world. Currently, we have 5 countries joined us: Taiwan and Japan, South Korea, Singapore, and Myanmar. And this year, 2025, we aim to invite more than 20 countries in Asia Pacific to join us together. This is our agenda today. The first part, we have some introduction, and the second part, I will share the goal of APDI. And the next part, I will invite our ambassador in Japan, Mali Ishikawa, to share the real use case about Taiwan and Japan for the real use case in the opening bank account. The final part, I will share our organization and how we run. Yeah. So the first, let me share the introduction of APDI. With the speed of generative AI, I think you all know the identity thief and fraud are increasing. Either in Japan or in Taiwan or other regions, it's increasing in the world. So to begin, let's talk about the increasing challenges we face in the digital world. The world is rapidly transitioning to a digital-first approach in almost every sector, from healthcare to banking, education, and government services. However, with this digital shift comes a secure in cybercrime, identity thefts, and fraud, which have escalated alongside the rise of AI. Imagine that with the stolen ID photos, deepfake technology can generate realistic facial images or videos of the person. So attackers can then use these deepfake images when doing identity verification via only a front camera of a smartphone. It's very, very easier to fake our face. So as these advanced attackers continue to rise, we think there should be a solution in technology. So strengthening authentication with verifiable credential can help reduce fraud risks. That's what we are doing. This is a well-known internet meme that has existed since the early days of the internet, right? On the internet, nobody knows you're a dog. It's reasonable because I cannot understand who is typing behind the screen, behind this connection. Is the AI robot, or is a person, is a kid, or is a young man, or a young girl? I don't know. So nobody knows who you are. Either you are a dog or a person. And the issues are expanding more currently, since we encountered lots of phishing, identity fraud, and fake transactions. And we believe the decentralized identity and verifiable credential can play a crucial role in fixing these issues, because we can understand, we can verify the source of truth. So why we do that in Asia? There are 36 countries in Asia and nearly 4.78 billion people, representing almost 60% of the global population, over more than 3,000 languages. What is so very huge populations and many languages in Asia Pacific. But why? We cannot have the same digital identity verification way between each others. So that's why APDI built and why we do this. APDI aims to build a trust framework that enables safe, efficient, one-step verification in Asia Pacific to leverage our data globally exchange. This is our core mission. So we have similar culture, background, and communications. Each of us have many different types of digital credentials and identities in different systems. But each system is scattered and hard to exchange, right? In Taiwan, the data is hard to convert to Japan. In Taiwan, the data is hard to convert to Singapore. There are lots of different types of the checkers. They need to check my passport, my visa, my any documents to check I'm the valid person to the country. But we cannot prove ourselves with the paper document, and it's very dangerous. So most important thing is the documents, the data. It's hard to exchange in cross-border use cases. So how if we have a new way to communicate each other with an efficient way? Why APDI build? This is APDI, our goal and the reason we think the time we need to have a consortium to solve this cross-border issue. APDI founded by Taiwan, Turing Space, and Japan, Nippon Print DMP, alongside the Korea Door System, Singapore, Accredify, and Myanmar, Zada. We funded by these five companies in each different 5 countries. And our goal is to build a real use case. Going to the production, we can help people benefit from this safe, efficient, and data exchange. So APDI is a consortium building with companies in different countries to working together with digital identity and digital credentials. Trust, bridge, and inclusion. This is our 3 core values, and it is the most important thing we think. We need to make it happen in the next 10 years future. Our mission is to lead in digital identity promotion in Asia Pacific region. We are here to propose a secure, trusted identity framework to help people to develop a cross-border use case and make it efficient and safe and trustful data exchange. So at the same time, we have 3 different types of use cases undergoing, and it's looking forward to the good news about we can launch the 3 types of project to the production in the end of this year. So lastly, preparing us for sustainable growth of future technology because of a new trend of AGI technology, or we will be more close to this digital world. About what we will do in APDI in the next 2 to 3 years. APDI is real country-to-country use case. So our focus is only to build a workable cross-border use case so that it can real benefit to people. We will not develop our own standards. There are lots of great people doing this great job. We will not develop our own protocol like OpenID for VC, OpenID for VP. We will not develop a new communication way. No, we only bring people to the working group to discuss. So what kind of data we need and which attributes we need to align. So we define schema. So in the use case, we help our member to collaborate with use case and go to real production to make their solution happen. So not only POC. And the second, we will be one of big organization that has equivalent conversation to EU and the US. In the next 5 to 10 years, there will be more organizations which care more about identity. At the time, APDI will be one of influencers to share our experience. And third, we should make sure our use cases happen and so that it can benefit for people. That's our goal, generate real impacts. In the beginning, we have 3 types of cross-border use cases. Traveler for hotel checking and identity verification. Student for diploma exchange and worker for employee certification in digitalization. And the third thing is the banking finance start from opening bank account in cross-border. So it's very exciting if we aim to launch in the end of this year. And imagine it, in the future, we will have more members collaborating in more use case and our life will be changed a lot. Last November, we launched our white paper, describe our core values, trust, bridge, and inclusion. And we have meet all the members in person in Japan in Hakone to have the 2-day bootcamp to officially launch Asia Pacific Digital Identity. Yeah, so very excited to share the introduction of APDI. Next, let me share the goal of APDI. Before sharing APDI, let me introduce TuringSpace. We are a 5 to 6 years old startup, a trust tech company focused on digital identity and verifiable credential technologies. In previous our experience, we always focus on the cross-border use case and the international collaborations. We have already partnered with WHO, UNHCR, UNESCO, APEC, and more than 400 authorities to empower digital trust for them. So we always know there are a big issue in the cross-border use case. That's why we will cooperate with a DMP in Japan to build this consortium. So APDI is about use case, message, and real impact. And the most important thing is why people want to join this use case. The goal of APDI is to build business synergies foundation for members. So how to say? People want to join APDI. Companies want to join APDI because they can generate next influence with business. Because APDI will prepare all they need in the cross-border synergies foundation, and they just need to bring their use case here and discuss with another party, and the use case will be happen. So that's why I will say APDI is a place we can make the business synergies happen. We have 3 use cases currently. Worker in Taiwan and Japan, we develop banking and financial services in Taiwan and Japan. And so we are excited when we launch the project. You will see more details about the first cross-border project between Taiwan and Japan. The second is traveler, and we are developing the cross-border hotel checking service in Japan and Korea. The third is for the student. We developing the cross-border diploma exchange in Singapore, Myanmar, and Taiwan. So that's really exciting if we can make it happen in 2025. We publish long-term synergies it's a cooperating model in APDI. So in APDI, in cross-border use cases, we have a local wallet, and another country there exists a verifier. So the problem is if we have a cooperating service, so the country B, the verifier in country B can verify the credential in country A. And all this schema is trusted by APDI. So APDI, as a nonprofit organization, we will not have our own business model, but all these business synergies will happen between our members. So APDI provide the use case schema and help our member can use the same schema to communicate with each other. So in the next quarter, we aim to publish our APDI trust framework. Our members should pass the conformance testing to make sure we are on the same alignment of the technical protocol, so we can make the cooperating service happen. So it's the long-term synergies under the use case. Our members can make more business scenarios in this consortium. So APDI supports interoperability of verifiable credential in Asia Pacific. Trust, bridge, inclusion are our core values in APDI. So next part, I will introduce Mari Ishikawa to share real use case of banking and finance in Taiwan and Japan.
Thank you, Henry, for your introduction. Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I am Mari Ishikawa. I'm the ambassador of the APDI and a representative of Japanese branch of Turing Space. From this slide, I would like to introduce specific use cases. As we have discussed so far, the digitalization of various social activities is rapidly advancing. However, along with this progress, privacy risks such as personal data leaks, sophisticated phishing scams, and identity fraud using generative AI technologies are increasing. These challenges pose significant threats to secure and trustworthy data circulation. To address these issues, the Japanese government has been working on Trusted Web, a new framework for trust on the Internet. In 2024, Dai Nippon Printing, DMP, and Turing Space collaborated on the Trusted Web initiative to conduct an interoperability pilot project for digital certificates across multiple applications. Through this proof of concept, we identified that achieving interoperability for digital certificates requires the development of a simple and highly adaptable framework that can be applied to various use cases. Additionally, it became clear that establishing rules for social implementation is essential to ensure widespread adoption. Leveraging our experience on Trusted Web, we established rules for social implementations and development of a simple and highly adaptable trust frameworks for various use cases. Now, as you can see in this slide, we are building use cases through a mechanism where APDI members convert verifiable credentials into a standardized format defined by APDI, enabling interoperability across different systems. From this slide, I would like to introduce two use cases that we are currently working on in collaboration with our co-founding partner, Dai Nippon Printing, DMP, and Turing Space. First use case, verifiable credentials and interoperability between Taiwanese enterprise and Japanese bank. In this case, employment verification documents, such as proof of employment, issued by Taiwanese enterprise, are digitized and converted into a standardized format defined by the APDI Consortium These verifiable credentials are then integrated with local Japanese banks, allowing them to be recognized as valid identity verification documents, streamlining various administrative procedures. And you may see the workflow in this slide. Step 1. Taiwanese enterprises issue proof of employment documents by verifiable credentials through the service of Turing Space. Step 2. Employees submit these verifiable credentials to DMP's authentication platform. Step 3. Japanese banks access and verify these verifiable credentials in real time through this authentication platform, ensuring seamless and efficient verification. During this verification process, the verifiable credentials are converted into a standardized format defined by the APDI. This conversion process is referred to as a gateway in this slide, ensuring interoperability between different systems and countries. Now, we are aiming to expand this use case by including government-issued documents, such as residence cards, and establish a secure cross-border interoperability framework for seamless and trustworthy digital identity verification. Here is the second use case. This use case focuses on the verifiable credentials and interoperability of bank-held information between a major Taiwanese bank and a major Japanese bank. In this case, client information held by the Taiwanese bank, such as identity verification data and transaction history, is digitized through our service and converted into a standardized format defined by the framework. This digitized and standardized data is then integrated with DMP's authentication platform, allowing seamless collaboration with the Japanese bank. By leveraging this system, the Japanese bank can use these verifiable credentials not only for identity verification during account opening, but also for ongoing monitoring and risk management during the account lifecycle. This initiative aims to enhance trust security and efficiency in cross-border financial transactions through interoperable digital certification solutions. By digitizing bank-held and corporate data into verifiable credentials and implementing cross-border interoperability, we can not only streamline banking operations and administrative procedures, reducing costs, but also significantly enhance user experience and convenience. Beyond these operational benefits, this initiative also creates new business opportunities for banks. It enables them to acquire potential customers both domestically and internationally at an early stage, while also driving increased adoption of financial services such as loans and the other banking products. Of course, there are more use cases working in APDI. For example, in the education sector, Accredify from Singapore and Zada from Myanmar partner with education institutions and authorities to issue instantly verifiable education credentials, aligning them with the format established by APDI. This use case facilitated cross-border talent movement as learners can provide their training and competencies with verifiable credentials. In the tourism sector, Lore System from South Korea and DMP from Japan are working on digital passport use cases for tourists visiting Japan from South Korea. Digital credentials will be presented for hotel check-ins and identity verification. These use cases make the tourist experience smoother by linking the trust and reducing the labor involved. Beyond the verifiable credentials and interoperability between enterprise and banks, or between banks and banks, in the financial sector, as introduced earlier, we aim to expand the scope of verifiable credentials interoperability across different industries, such as banking and tourism. By integrating digital certificates across financial and non-financial sectors, we can broaden the interoperability framework and build a larger, globally connected economic ecosystem. It's time to work together to create a new generation built on trust. Please don't miss the information for the next slide. The chair of APDI, Henley, will explain the process for joining as a member of APDI.
Thank you, Molly, for sharing a great insight in cross-border use case between Taiwan and Japan. So next, let me introduce our organization. For members, what you can expect from APDI. So you can use our trust framework in business and real life with the newest technology standard. And you can join our working group. It's many types of different use cases in APDI, and you can start building cross-border collaborations with each members. And last, you can join APDI, represent to APDI as an ambassador to contribute to this digital identity network. It's very important. Currently, we have 3 working groups: worker on the banking finance service, traveler for tourism, for hotel checking, for tax refund, student for diploma exchange. So each working group will generate a use case, and each use case will refer to a different schema. And when we have more schema, and we can generate more cross-border collaborations. We have 4 committees to support our operational work in APDI. The first is trust framework and validation to define what kind of trust framework technology we should use, and to support our conformance testing. The second is scenario and schema. Their goal is to collect and conclude all the schema in the working group to publish to our APDI trusted schema. The third thing and the first thing is ambassador and marketing. So we have ambassador of APDI. So they can represent to APDI to speech in other activities, to share our experience, to share our beliefs, to share our core values to this world. We have 3 types of memberships: board member, contributor, and a member. So for member, these are companies who seek to be informed but without confirmation. So they want to get newest information from APDI. The contributor is who seek to contribute and have qualification to join APDI trusted. And so about the contributor, they have the qualification to join working group and to join the conformance testing, to have the same protocol to do the business collaborations with all the members. For board member, it's a companies who are qualified to lead and decide and make rules of APDI. Go to our website. In the right top, there are 2 buttons about download. You can see our white paper, and about join us, you will submit a form to fill your company name and why you want to join. For contributor and the board member, we will have another online interview to align why you want to join, and to align we have the same goal in APDI. So in the next 2 years, we will have more countries. We aim to have more than 30 APEC members and more than 20 global members to join us. We will have more interactions between digital identity solution and in real use case. And last, we will have more government institution supports in next 2 to 3 years. Last, the Asia Pacific region is diverse in culture, religion, and language. We will also try to take a unique Asia Pacific approach. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for taking the time today in this session. Please contact me if you have any question and if you want to join APDI. Bye.